Hello, everybody. Byscreenside here today, bringing you part two of the Sable Modern build. If you have not seen part one, I will link that in the description below. I recommend checking out that part before this part because it's not an interior exterior split. It's just sort of part one and part two, just because it did take a long time to build, because I spent a lot of time detailing each room and making is a big house, so it took a bit longer than usual. It took me about 4 hours, as I mentioned in the last video, so that's why I had to split it up into two parts. So right now, we've jumped in on the guest bathroom. I do like to put a guest bathroom in builds, in especially or in bigger ones, especially, because I feel like if you have a big house, like a bathroom being like a half bath instead of a full bath with like a shower or a tub, because like visitors, guests of your house don't need to take showers or be looking in your shower. Like, they don't need to know like what kind of shampoo I use. It's none of your business. So that's why you get your own bathroom, right? Oh, yeah, they don't need to be learning my secrets of luxurious hair or looking through my prescription medications. Not that I have any. Oh, that sounded awful. I really actually don't have any. Like, I think most that they could find out is, ooh, she uses Flonase, but like only sometimes. Ooh, that's juicy. Uh, Anywho, hi. I hope everybody's having a good day. Right now, we're working on the living room. Um, you'll see in part two, I had a bit of a fascination with the divider from the Dine Out game pack. You'll see me add it here in a second. I think somewhere deep in my heart I'm yearning to do something really cool with that item, but I just haven't figured out what it is yet. That's what it has to be, because you'll see me like take it out and try it in just about every area of the house. I'm like, I wanted to use it as a divider in so many sections. Um, Looking back on it, I probably could have found more places to use it, but yeah. Um, and I added in like a little table and chair in the corner. I've been kind of into that idea for living rooms lately. Like, oh, this is the divider I'm talking about. This little like wood slat divider. That thing's cool. I really like it, and I want to do something really cool with it, but I don't know what it is yet. Maybe you guys can tell me. Um, but yeah, so I've been adding these little, like, sort of just little chit chat tables in the corner. I don't know what else to call them. Like, it's just, I like the idea of, having a little place in the living room that you would sit and talk. And so, because, like, in a lot of, like, bigger traditional houses, especially like Victorian houses, they have, like, kind of a formal living room and then, like, a less formal living room. So I like the idea of a little bit of a formal living room. Like, usually like your formal living room wouldn't have your, like, you wouldn't have a TV or anything in there. That would just be for, like, drinking tea and doing fancy things. So anywho, digging through the debug menu because I wanted to use a one of, like, the either the microscope prints or the observatory prints in the little chess table room. Not chest room. That would be weird to have a room just dedicated to chests. I mean, I guess if you had a lot of treasure. Anyway, chest room debug. Yeah, so I wanted to use these. Oh man, I'm already a mess. Okay. I wanted to use these microscope prints. I forget that they're in there. It's the debug menu can be like it's like it's good and it's bad because it's hard to go through and it's not very well organized, but it's full of like really cool stuff. So it's good and it's bad. I mean, obviously, it's sort of, I mean, it is a cheat to get in there, but yeah, whatever. It, it's for decoration. But yeah, I did want to put like um, an item that had some like focusing aura in the chess room. So I really do actually try to think about um, things like emotional auras when I can, in terms of like just adding those types of items in for people who are simming. And especially with this build, my goal was to build something that was going to have a lot of skill items and a lot of stuff for your Sims to do without having to leave a lot, as opposed to just having like a handful, a couple of skill items. Like I really squeezed in as much as I possibly could, and I went through in the last build and I talked about all the different skill items and different things. And there again, that's another reason to watch part one if you haven't already done so. The top floor layout was kind of a struggle. I'll be honest in that, because it flowed a little bit better on the first floor, but because of the second staircase, which I didn't want to get rid of, I really like two staircases in a big house, but it was kind of splitting off the end of the build in a way that really wasn't working on the top floor for me. Like, because of, I don't know, because just of the shape of everything. There's more room, it seems like, on the bottom. I don't know. I'm starting to, I'm saying it and then I'm second guessing what I'm saying at the same time. So then that makes me like sound confused, where I'm not really confused. I'm just well, I am confused, but I'm thinking about multiple things at once. I'm like, but could I have done the same layout on the top floor? But anyway, there's more of that divider. It's really like all over the place for a while. So you can see I enclosed the video gaming rig. So that's like it's within the room, one of the bedrooms. It's the room that's decorated for a teenage boy. But anyway, how I wound up working out the second staircase is I decided just to make that a second staircase to the master bedroom. So if you wanted to, on the first floor, you could enclose the end of the staircase in a wall, and like if you wanted to have a door that was locked, and like so if you want to lock the master bedroom and other Sims can't get in there through that, you could build a like a door around it. So if that's something that would bother you, other Sims walking through that bedroom, then you have that option to build around it if you want to. But really, I wanted the master bedroom. It has an ensuite bathroom, it has a closet, it has a private balcony, and so I liked the idea of it having like its own private staircase. So I just sort of worked around that staircase, but I left it in the master bedroom. This is a little sort of hangout front patio, front porch area that I'm putting together. It's really simple, just a table and couch and some chairs, and a little lantern from the patio pack, and I put in some tunes in the front, and then I go put some of them in the back so your Sims can listen to music while they're taking a hot tub. I'm just really sort of jumping all over, just throughout different rooms in the build. I'm really not going in any particular order. When I start to decorate a build, that's usually when like jumping around happens a lot. So this is the master bedroom balcony, and it is all dedicated to wellness. There's a yoga mat, a massage table, and a meditation stool, and I also put in a bonsai tree here in a second. So there's an additional skill item out there. So there are just like 4 skill items alone on that balcony. And I like the idea that they would be sitting like by that fence and meditating, and maybe they would start to hover over it. It would look really cool, like they'd be hovering over the side of the balcony there. And by the way, there is an absolute mother load of screenshots at the end of this. So you will see, like, I think multiple views of like just about every room. The bar, I decided to put that on the top front balcony. So that's where that goes right here. And I think that's a cute little spot for it, because there's plenty of room out there if you wanted to take a couple Sims out there and hang out with them and not be disturbed. Um, let's see. Okay, so again, that divider. I did wind up sticking it there in the master bedroom into that little half wall, but I didn't leave it there for this particular moment. And also that little bamboo plant, I don't take it out, like I forgot to take it out in the video, but I noticed it during play testing. I just sort of moved it out of the way for a second and forgot it was there. This is the just the foyer area. I just did a few little decorations out here. Um, Not a really super busy area because it's, it's just a passageway. But, wanted to give it, just make sure it still had some detail. So I put in the backpack and the shoe rack and the hat rack. So, and a little from the backyard stuff pack, I really like this little candle flower arrangement. It's a really cute little decor item, really simple and easy to set out. And a little aquarium, well, not a little aquarium, a pretty big aquarium going in this corner, and a plant. So, again, some place that your Sims can store their fish or just something for them to do if you buy and put fish in the aquarium. Sims really love the aquarium. Like, I like the item, but actually sometimes I wind up taking it out of builds because my Sims will constantly be wanting to look in it and it'll start to get on my nerves and I'll be like, ugh, I'm gonna delete that thing if you don't quit. So the landscaping for this build, I did want to keep simple. You, I, if you watch any of my other builds, just about any of my other builds, you will know that I am no stranger to landscaping. Like, I don't have a problem doing plenty of landscaping, but I just didn't feel like for a modern house, like a great big bunch of like really flowery landscaping was really called for. So I just didn't want to overwhelm the house itself with a whole lot of landscaping. So I do some features and some things. It's not just totally blank or anything. Um, but you'll see actually the majority of it later, I think, because I'm just doing a little bit here and then I go back and do some more later in just a moment. I kind of look and see what the thumbnail looks like. It's also a good way to easy way to get a view of the house, what it's going to look like from straight on. Um, I used the wood. I did this in the first build. You'll see I did this in one of the rooms, the little craft room, and I just sort of wanted to carry the theme out to the back so that it appears more than one place in the build. Um, yeah, it seems like I had something more to say about the landscape, but now I've forgotten what it was. So, anyway, on to this little patio has a dartboard and a couple of chairs, so your Sims can go out there and play darts with some friends. This is the teen boys room, or at least one of the bedrooms that I decorated in the theme of for teen boy. And yeah, the little video gaming rig room. I love doing this. I don't know that I've ever done it before in any of my builds, but I do it a lot in like my gameplay when I'm like adding on to houses or whatever. I like having its own little separate room because of the way that it's so VR, like it's completely surrounds the Sims, and like so I like the idea of they just have like a flat background to light up. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I just think it looks cooler if like they would have just like their own little room for the video images to go around. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah. And then I put some green, just totally green themed, some movie posters out, and some books and knickknacks and things, just to make sure that there was a good amount of detail. And I imagine like the little poster of like the fairy chick is like maybe like a an actress he has a crush on or something. Who knows? Uh, this room is the little girl's room, and it is, themed for a little girl. It does have a void critter machine and an activity table in there, so it would be good for a child. One of the things that is really super fantastic about the kid stuff pack that I've noticed or was thinking about whenever I was building this is when you do a build and you put a very specific room like a teen boy, teen girl, or kid boy, kid girl, whatever, you never know that it's going to meet the needs of the person that wants to download the house. Maybe they have a teen girl and a young boy. But what's so cool about the kid stuff pack is it's really easy. Like, all you'd have to do is change out some swatches and that could become, more of a little boy's room and like just a few clicks. So it's really cool the way the decor is so interchangeable. There's not a lot in here that's like aggressively feminine. I do put butterflies in the corner. But like butterflies are not just for girls. Like, I mean, everybody should be able to enjoy better. Like, that's not fair that girls have the, or that it's a feminine thing, or girls have the market cornered on butterflies. Because, butterflies are bugs. And I don't see why boys can't enjoy butterflies. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Like, that's not fair. Anyway, I don't know why I felt so strongly about, a man's right to enjoy butterflies, but I do. It's very important all of a sudden to me. I love this little stuffed animal toy. I don't know what it's called. I really should learn the name of it. I think it's like it's so cute in the way it just sits up. It's like perfect. It's a perfect little decor item to just like mush up in a corner and it looks adorable. Like you don't even have to try. It just looks so cute. I used a little Day of the Dead shelf that we got too. I thought maybe some sugar skulls could look really cute. I didn't go into the debug menu because the challenge is going on right now. Um, it's just, if the challenge had been gone and passed, and there was no way for you get the sugar skulls by playing anymore, like if it was the Easter eggs or something, I would go take those out of the debug menu. But I figure, you know what, since the challenge is still going on and people probably want to play it, which I really do, but I have not had a chance yet because that's something I've got to do. I planned out a 3-day weekend, and then like some family drama crept up on me, so I don't even know if I'm gonna get a chance to play it this weekend, though I'm really, really hoping for it. So yeah, that's the thing. And I know this is, well, it's Sunday right now where I'm recording this. It'll be Monday by the time it's up, but when I say weekend, my weekends are actually Wednesday and Thursday with my work schedule. So it's about to be like my weekend. So that was important for you to know. I feel that's sarcasm. Um, so yeah, I built this little pond, just as another little landscaping feature to have around. I like to add not just a layer of rocks along the outside, like the perimeter of the pond on the top, but I think doing a layer like on the actual level beneath makes it look like there's a little bit more depth to it. Especially because you'll have like little bits of rock sticking up from the water, which I think looks a little bit more realistic and a little bit nicer. But anyway, we're actually getting ready to come up on the screenshots here pretty soon. So I'm going to leave you with a little bit of fun music and a whole lot of screenshots. So if you want to see what this looks like in game, you're definitely going to be able to get a really good idea of that. So in the meantime, leave your comments and suggestions in the description below. I would love some ideas of some builds that you might like to see. I'm definitely open to ideas. So until then, take care. Thank you for any comments, likes, and subscribes, and I will see you next time.